The Ken Anderson Alliance helps provide live, work, and engage opportunities for adults living with disabilities. Founded by legendary Bengals quarterback Ken Anderson, KAA also helps those adults and their families connect through social outings and events like Autism Rocks that's happening this weekend at Laurie's Roadhouse. And here to tell us more is Ken Anderson himself. Ken, thanks for being here with us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. And for folks who might be unfamiliar with Ken Anderson Alliance, live, work, and engage. Let's talk about that. What does that mean? What sort of work do you do?
Well, we do a lot of job training, a lot of job placement. One of the things that we do, we keep expanding that all the time. We do a great job with our adult day programming, our melodic connections, which is our music therapy. And we've always, you know, the goal always was the live component. And that was a hard thing to do, but gosh, we've partnered with Ted Karras, the Bengals center, and his development company, and we're going to make that happen here in Cincinnati.
That's really exciting. I know before we talk a little bit about that live part there, the event coming up this weekend, Autism Rocks. Let's talk a little bit about that. And I know you mentioned melodic connections, music, a big part of what you do with music therapy and things, but this is a fun event where people can come out, catch some live music and support KAA?
Yeah, you're correct. The doors open at Laurie's Roadhouse at 11. The first band comes on at noon, and we've got a different local band every hour for the first 5 hours. And then our headliner is our Melodic Connections bands, which will wind up the whole show for us. And you know, if you're ever having a bad day, call me. We'll go out to our facility and we'll go in the back and watch them playing music, and to see these people, just, as I always say, it's the unadulterated joy of making music, and it brings a smile to my face just watching how happy they are, and they're good too. I've
had a chance actually to kind of sit in and listen to them playing music after I grab my coffee at Just Brew right there also. You could do that too. So let's talk about that partnership that you mentioned there with Ted Karras. And he started, you know, the CINCY hat, and he has done some similar work outside of Indy. And you announced this partnership just recently.
Correct. You know, Ted and I, met last spring. He wants to make his home in Cincinnati. He really enjoys it here. He saw what we were doing. He had, was doing housing for adults with disabilities in Indianapolis, and he said, let's get together, find out if we can't work together on this thing. So it's kind of been progressed, and we announced just a couple weeks ago our partnership with he and his development company, Paradigm. I've had a chance to go up to Indy, see some of his projects. The first one is they bought an old barracks at the Fort Ben Harrison, where I actually spent part of my active duty when I was in the Army Reserve, and rehabbed it into apartments for adults. So he's done it before, and we're going to make this thing happen now.
That's fantastic. Well, I know that, when people come out this weekend, that's going to help support what you do with KAA and move one step closer to actually having this facility, which I'm sure has got to just be incredible for you.
No, it is. And, besides the music this week, we've got a great silent auction. One of the things I'm excited about to see is my wife has put together this box, and it's just titled Kenny's Favorite Things. I don't know what's in there, but I know there's got to be an adult beverage in there somewhere. And then we got something unique. I don't know if you've seen these leg lamps that have been a guy's been making here in Cincinnati, where the leg is it's actually a pair of Bengal game pants and a sock and a shoe. Well, gosh, who better to sign it than the Bengals kicker, Evan McPherson. That's kind of a unique thing. We've got some jerseys from Jake Browning and Ted Karras, myself, Jamar Chase, so a whole variety of things out there in our silent auction. So it's a lot of fun, and some of my former teammates will usually wander out there at some point in time, but it's a great day, and where can you get a day of music if you're an adult for 25 bucks?
Oh, I love it, Ken. Again, remind everybody, so it's happening this Sunday, Laurie's Roadhouse?
Doors open at 11. First band goes on at noon.
All right, it sounds good. And if people want to get tickets, where can they go for that?
I'll go to Laurie's Roadhouse website, and you can buy tickets there, or you can buy them at the door when you come.
And to learn more about the Ken Anderson Alliance and the great work you do for adults with disabilities.
Yeah, KenAndersonAlliance.org. And one thing I didn't mention is our engage outings. Where we go out in small groups, into the community, where that's kind of a big social part of them whether it's to go out to putt-putt, go to a movie, go to dinner, volunteering at another nonprofit. But everything we're doing at KAA, we're servicing over 300 adults a month. So I'm very proud of what's happening there.
Well, it's really incredible. And again, to learn more, you can go to kenandersonalliance.org. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday, Ken.
I'm going to be there all day.
All right, sounds good. And we'll be right back.